Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Chiquis, and you've reached the voicemail box for Dear Chiquis. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're having issues with your family. Or maybe you need help figuring out how to balance your checkbook or how to start a business. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and opinions, and if you're suffering from an issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your question at the sound of the beep.
You have 3 new messages.
Hi, Chiquis. This is Paulina. I had a question for you. So what happens when you feel like your phone is taking over your relationship? I have brought it several times, and I've talked to him about it, and it's still in the way. I don't know if it's just a small issue or if it's something bigger I need to look out for, or is cheating or anything like that.
Ooh, Paulina. Okay, let me tell you. I had a boyfriend like that once. Always on his phone. We could be at the movies. We could be at dinner. We could be sitting right next to each other at a game. It did not matter. He was always on the phone. Granted, he was a businessman. I get it. But there has to be some type of balance, for sure. Look, I wonder what he's looking at, to be honest. I want to know, is he on Instagram? Is he DMing someone? Does he have a Snapchat? I think these are questions that you should know. There's nothing wrong with you asking and wondering, and there should be no issue with him being honest with you. I'm not saying he's cheating on you. That's not what I'm saying. First of all, I think it's important for you to speak to him about it, obviously. You said you've talked to him plenty of times. I think it's okay. At least let's start with, if we're at dinner, let's both put our phones in the middle of the table. Let's have a discussion like normal people. Let's eat little by little, okay? Certain little changes. Or ask him, hey, can you not be on your phone right now? Like, I just really want some undivided attention, some quality time with you. That's first thing, okay? Now, what I've learned throughout my relationships is that if a guy is hesitant in giving you his password of his phone, not because it's controlling, it's you give him yours too, vice versa. But if he is like, no, this is my privacy, and yes, it's his privacy, but there should be no problem with you like, hey, let me see what's up. If you have nothing to hide, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm in a relationship, thank goodness, that he's like, I don't have time for that, whatever it is that you need to look at. And there have been times where I've been a little toxica. And I'm like, let me see who you DM. And he shows me. And that's when you know, okay, I'm not hiding anything. It could be at any time. But the man has to be ready for that. In my personal opinion, again, these are my thoughts and opinions, guys. If he has a problem with that, then he's hiding something. So you got to be careful with how you deliver your message. That's important too. We can't be like talking crap and like, let me see your phone. It's going to start a problem. But start with that conversation of, can I have some quality time with you? You know? So I know what you're going through, Paulina, and I hope it gets better. I really, really do. Let me know if it works. Hopefully it does. Okay? Thank you for your question, Mama. Now, our second question comes from Rosalinda. Let's hear it.
Hey, Chiquis. I'm from Long Beach, California. My question for you is, how do you manage to forgive those that have done you wrong? Do you continue as if nothing happened? Do you acknowledge it? How does that process work for you?
Rosalinda. Okay, well, I have a whole book on this. I have it in English, forgiveness, or in Spanish, perdón, so that I can explain a little bit more in detail. I would say read the book. But for now, forgiveness is a gift that we give to ourselves. Sometimes we do need to hear the I'm sorry in order for us to have a relationship, a friendship, whatever it may be. And sometimes it's not necessary. Sometimes it's just, let me forgive this person because I don't want to hold on to it. Resentment is toxic, and holding a grudge is toxic. That's stuff that's just not good for your soul, for your mind, for your body. So it's just good to say, I forgive this person even if they haven't said I'm sorry. Now, I've had moments like that. For instance, my dad, he's never acknowledged, he's never apologized for sexually abusing me. I've always forgiven him, but for a long time I wanted to hear the words, okay, I'm sorry. Now it's like, I don't need it. Now it's like, I don't want to hold on to that baggage. It's just not good for me. So I think once we look at it that way, it really does help us move on. So I don't know what it is that you're going through specifically, but just look at it as a gift for yourself. It gives you wings of liberation. It gives you that feeling of not holding on to that heaviness, and it allows you to just fly and soar, you know? So whoever it is, forgive them, even if they don't say sorry. You forgive them because it's a gift for Rosalinda. I hope I helped a little, and sending you a big hug. Okay, so let's listen to our final question, you guys, which comes from Nati. My producers tell me this question might be triggering for some listeners.
Hi, Chiquis. How do I open up about my sexual assault with my parents? I haven't told them, and I'm 24 now, and this happened when I was 20.
Hi, Nati. This is a tough one, and I'm going to do my best to give you the best advice possible. As you know, I also suffered sexual abuse. When I finally came out and told my truth, spoke my truth, it made me feel so much better. Every situation is different. Sometimes we're afraid of how our parents are going to react or who the person was, that assaulted you. It could be a family member. In my case, it was my dad, so I was really scared because I was like, my mom is going to kill him and I'm not going to have a dad and I'm not going to have a mom. So muchas cosas me pasaron por la mente. Bueno, I don't know the situation with you, but I would say if you can't get yourself to tell them in person, maybe write them a letter. Maybe choose either your mom or your dad, whoever you feel is going to be a little better about it, because it's going to be very painful. Just so you know, it's going to take some time. Therapy as well. I really do recommend therapy for you and for your parents because it's going to be difficult, but write them a letter. Write them a letter, express yourself, let them know, leave it maybe before you leave somewhere so that you have a moment so that they can process their feelings and you're not there. And then maybe they'll text you, maybe they'll call you, hey, come home, let's talk about this. But that's my suggestion. If you can't do it yet verbally, write it down. And that also is going to help you. It's going to be a form of therapy as well, letting it out. So yeah, Nati, that is my suggestion. And I'm sending you a big, big hug filled with love. And just know that you are worthy, that you are valuable, and that what happened to you does not define who you're going to be in the future. Okay? Te quiero mucho, mama. And again, you guys, thank you. Thank you so much to Paulina, Rosalinda, Nati for your questions. You guys can submit your questions at speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. I love hearing from you guys, so feel free to leave me questions on anything you're dealing with. And of course, if you're struggling with an issue or hardship, you guys, listen up. That requires immediate attention. Seek professional help. Those are my 2 cents on this episode. We'll be back next week. Hasta la próxima. Los quiero mucho. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.